Although, to be quite fairly honest, I'm not really that satisfied with my performance here. Yeah. Red cartridge, green cartridge, blue cartridge, most of them went just unfortunate. Could not manage to get all the treasures, and I just look like an absolute imbecile, I'm sure, while trying to figure the ropes out. Well, I mean, yeah, sure. One could say that the reason why I perform so poorly is because I am, you know, not exactly in the best of conditions, but well, I should have done better. I should have done better. So, you know what? Let's go do this thing from the top. That's right. Let's go do this thing from the top again and see if I can maybe perform better next time. Okay, excuse me. You know, I just realized something. I'm not supposed to make this jump, am I? Because, I think the only reason why I made this jump is because I did a diagonal jump. Yeah. I think I was supposed to use the bouncing ball, and then maybe there's a switch there somewhere that then allows this thing to move, but because I did a diagonal jump, I basically... No, you know what, it's not even a diagonal jump. I didn't want to go here at first. I wanted to go, you know, ride the bouncy ball, but the bouncy ball fell down. So that's a potential soft lock, actually. That's not good. That's not good at all. Anyways, I'm redoing this bit again, except, you know, going through the bits that I miss. Because I think I completely and utterly missed this bit. Oh yeah, sure, I fell down here and, you know, got confused on where exactly to go since there is no bridge access switch anywhere. But well, now I've managed to, you know, do the right thing. I managed to acquire all the good sort. Let's see if I can make this jump again. And maybe try to figure out that bouncing ball. I'm not quite sure how the mechanics work yet. Excuse me. Because when you jump on top of it, it seems to be a little bit random on where it goes. Just give me a second here. Come on. Okay, so... Oh, is it going forward? Is it safe? Well, hang on. I'm not being immediately sandblasted. That's good. That's good. I see. So if I look down, it goes backwards. But if I stare forward, it goes forward. Okay, I see. I'm not slipping, am I? Okay. Just be careful. Ooh, I wish there's a... I'm glad that I can steer this thing at least. The last time I tried to use the bouncing ball, I kinda got a little bit confused. Excuse me. Oh, I missed that shot. What a waste of ammo. There we go, now I gotcha. Not gonna fall into the water? It fell into the water. Dear. Thought for a moment that it would just stop midway, but well, that's hubris for you. Just keep going, safe and sound. And maybe, no. Was hoping I could get the shot with the bouncer, but alas, my aim is not true today. Dear. Oh well. Excuse me. There we go, good. Come back here, you. We'll see if my theory is true or not. Oh yeah, I also figured out what those green blobs are. They are quite the sneaky sort they are. Pop up, will you? Come on. There we go. Easy peasy. There we go. Good. And that will make the thing, yeah, there we go. I'm guessing I'm supposed to go here, but I accidentally found a speedrun strat. Oh man. Oh, that house is all flat. That's quite unlike you, Blade of Agony. I expected you to probably make a whole brush out of the whole house instead of just keeping it flat like that. Disc. Okay, excuse me. Let's see if I can get max raindrop with these, huh? I wonder if I can. I'll probably get hit on the way, so... Okay, so, reporting in from the final bits of this cartridge, it seems that there are some slight conundrums in my current endeavor to gather all of the treasures. In that I can't actually gather all of the treasures. For some reason, there is one thing here that does not count as the treasure, but is counted in the full item count for some reason. Very strange. I looked everywhere, okay? I looked everywhere. I looked left and right, top, down, center point. There is no stone unturned that I have explored, and yet I only got to 17. So, you know, I was wondering, maybe if I could figure out what exactly that I missed. Maybe I could figure out what exactly went wrong. But it seems that, well, after checking through various commands, you know, like, I could copy and paste them right now, but I think my clipboards have been replaced, so I'm not gonna bother with what is it called again? The class names for reactors. So, you know, like CK Gum, there's also CK Soda, Shikari Soda, and all that. And it seems that, yeah, I've completely cleared this map of treasures. In reality, it just seems that, for some reason, there's one thing here that's counted as a treasure, and it shouldn't. Whatever it is, I do quite wonder what it is, but, well, I guess we can only say for certain now that the treasure count for this cartridge is completely fulfilled. I can finally say that I have cleared this place at last. 100%. Performance not particularly terrible. I did got hit a couple of times, and I did waste time. Had to reload a whole lot of earlier saves. Just, anyways, thanks. That'll be all for this cartridge then. Imagine my embarrassment when I'd explored every possible corners of this place, except for this bit. This precise bit here. Look at this. Oh my goodness, I'm a blind man. There's this whole bit here, but there's a whole lot of soda and ammo, and I just completely and utterly miss it. Imagine that, me missing things. Me missing things that are just sitting dead smack in front of me. How did I manage to get so much items and treasures secured in my initial campaign run when I miss this blasted thing? Good gosh. Right, okay, I did mark a whole lot of places that I think might have some interesting bits, so I'll cut forward to skip all the faffing about, yeah? I think that's a good idea. Okay, so I completely missed this bit too. So, you actually do get a life water flask quite early in the second cartridge. It's sitting all the way here. And I just completely missed it. Like a blind idiot. Oh dear. And also I think there's a slight bit thing here that I'm just a pinch irritated by, because you see there's this bit here that has raindrops, and it seems like this kind of floor would be the kind that would normally kill you. So, you know, you don't think that you can jump down there, but in fact you can, and survive. Which brings me to my next complaint somewhere here. Where was it again? I need to find that blasted place again. 1 second, I'll be right back. This bit here. I have absolutely no idea how to actually grab these items. Like, I've tried everything I can. I've jumped down here. Instant death. There is no floor there at all. I thought there may be a secret hidden switch that I could use nearby. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I've looked everywhere. I absolutely made sure to look everywhere, at every corner. I pressed like these eyes, and I even checked on the other sides to see if, you know, maybe there's a hidden switch that'll spawn a lift that maybe circles around, and that maybe I can jump or do any sort of shenanigans. Maybe if I stay here, the elevator might just move to that side, allowing me to, you know, get the treasures. But no, it's just I can't grab it for some reason. I suspect initially that maybe those things are meant to be underwater, but the underwater passages don't connect to this bit, so I don't know, I'm completely lost. I'm completely and utterly lost. So I guess we'll just have to leave that as the missing treasures, I guess. Or well, I guess I can cheat to grab those, but that's not gonna be particularly civilized, eh? Well, I mean, even if I do cheat, I'll probably won't be able to get everything. And you know what? I was right. I cheated to grab those 3 treasure items, and I proceed to once again miss that one treasure. At the end of all this, what could be that one last thing that counts as an item? It can't be a pick-upable, because I've grabbed everything here. I've grabbed the raindrops, I've grabbed the neural stunner ammo, all the candy, soda and stuff. What is in this place that could count as a treasure but not? It confounds me. It confounds me greatly, and maybe it's already fixed in the next version, I'm not quite sure, but still. The tricky bit is going to be those treasure item eaters. I will have to intercept them as soon as I can if I were to have any chance of, gathering all of the treasure items. Well, gathering all but one of the treasure items. Right then, let's try this thing again. Oh no, you don't stop right there, criminal scum! I got you this time. You're not grabbing my treasures, you fiend. Not at all. Not a single all. And then there's this one here. Oh no, you don't. Ah, blast. Reload. Again. Yeah, I kinda have to do this every time now. I have to save at the right time and then catch them right as they try to grab all the items. Oh, why did I pick up those raindrops? I didn't need them. I got full health. Can't believe I have to turn this thing back on. Do your shots. Good. Right, let's keep on the focus. We're doing really well right now, so let's try to keep it up. Don't miss. Yeah? Good. Good. Hold it right there, you. Hold it right there. You think you can get away, huh? You cannot. Absolutely not. Stun the Arachnat. Grab all the items. Good, good, good. Everything is performing as I have foreseen. Foreseen as in a foreseeable future where I actually don't mess up every single shot I make. Maybe I'll have to reload that save and recover those last shots that I just fired, because goodness me, that shot wasn't particularly ammo efficient. And only so much ammo that I could get in this place. Okay, last one. Maybe I think it's the last one. No, no. Absolutely not, kind sir. You will not be taking my items, thank you very much. And you, how about you sit still? Yeah, good. Good blob. I'm proud of your current endeavor in sitting down and not messing up my perfectly good run. And with that, perfection at last. Nearly all of the treasures, except one, just like last time. All is good indeed. Okay, ammunition might not have been the greatest. I did miss a couple more shots, trying to subdue these blasted worms. But hey, I at least did pretty well. I think I did pretty well, And that's it. That's all of the things clear. At last, I can finally close Blade of Agony with complete confidence. And, well, all the good stuff. So, okay then. WolfenDoom or Wolfenstein Blade of Agony. The final chapter. Good heavens. It really has been that long, huh? I was about to say something along the lines of, oh, I could still remember back when I played the 095 beta, but I think I'm just repeating myself at this point, so I'll spare you the faff on that. and just, you know, go right down to my thoughts on the whole mod game at this point. For the longest time, the only way we could enjoy WolfenDoom was with Las Rojas map packs, and I really don't like them, because, you know, a lot of them are just filled to the brim with mandatory secrets, and overall the progression is just god-awful terrible. And then, well, I guess there were some occasional attempts to visit the World War II setting, but it wasn't as complete and coherent as Blade of Agony. Yeah, okay, I guess Blade of Agony does have some inconsistencies here and there. Particularly, something that a lot of people like to criticize is, of course, the, you know, the 2D, 3D model thing, but it's 2D sprites and 3D models coexisting side by side, and I don't think there's much that the Blade of Agony devs can do unless they have, you know, a whole team of dedicated spriters willing to do all of the assets. Like, if you take a look at all of the assets, these are most likely existing stuff that is probably going to be particularly tricky to convey on a 2D sprite, or, you know, even on a line dev side. So it's kind of understandable why they went for the 3D stuff on several areas. The mapping is very good. The architecture is absolutely highly detailed. A lot of the maps look really pretty and big and very spacious. You can spend hours just exploring one map, looking for stuff, and it's just, I have no words to say. It's very, very good. Now, there is something that I noticed with a lot of other people and their playthroughs of Blade of Agony that I saw. I've seen other people play Blade of Agony just, you know, to get an idea of whether or not my experience and other people's experiences are consistent. And it doesn't seem to be. It seems that a lot of the maps are a bit difficult in the direction department. I was thankfully able to finish the entirety of Chapter 3 without, you know, consulting a walkthrough. I am grateful, highly grateful, that there is no mandatory secrets at all in Chapter 3. I deliberately deleted the hint markers, and I was still able to, you know, do all of that stuff just fine. Did not need a hit marker. I'm hoping that that those kinds of hit markers can be replaced with more subtle hints that, you know, reward the attentive players and not just, you know, the legally blind players. Or, you know, well, actually, I don't even need to argue about that anymore, because, well, I think by the time I record this, they have an add-on specifically designed to get rid of the hints. So, you know, all is well and all is good. Except, well, in Paris, you still got that funny little mandatory secret that I'm still gonna have a tiny bit of problem with that. Yes, it's been several years, and I've only noticed not that long ago, but still, something should be done about that thing. The gameplay side. The gameplay side is mostly fine. A lot of the gameplay is derived from Wild Weasel's mod, you know, Nazis, and for the most part they're mostly okay. The new enemies are quite interesting to fight too. I like some of the new bosses as well. The one thing that what was it again? The special mention is of course, some of the sprite replacements for the weapons, because obviously, if you play Blade of Agony and then Wild Weasel's Nazis mod side to side, you'll see that there is some major significant difference. I think it was only in Chapter 3 that the MP40, the Kar 98K, I think several of the other sprites also got replaced. The Firebrand Blade of Agony. Also got a sprite update too in Chapter 3. I think in Chapter 2, it's not even widescreen. So if you try to light it up on the alt fire and if you try to swing it around, it gets cut off on the side and ooh, it just doesn't look pretty. But yeah, Chapter 3 looks like it's gotten that up to par and all is good. If I were to, you know, do any complaints on the... I should probably mention now why I made my personal add-on to begin with, because there's actually a lot of grievances I got regarding the weapons themselves. A lot of the feedback are kind of a bit middling. It's not to say that the weapons don't feel good, it's just that the weapons are a bit stock, I should say. Like, you know, I try to add a little bit of motions and frames with the limited amount of things that I had to work with, and I think it's a bit more presentable in terms of making the weapons feel more like you're holding a gun instead of just all that lower raise nonsense. A particular sticking bit is it's the blooming Gewehr 43 with the right hand, the palm of the hand no less, sitting on the magazine when you're holding it. Oh, it's just god awful. It's terrible. It's dire. If we're using Ranting Should Live glossary, it's just dire. Which is why I replaced it in my personal add-on. Some people also mention some criticism regarding the not a lot of weapons in Blade of Agony, because, you know, it's World War II. You expected to see other weapons like the Thompson, the Springfield, the Bar, the MG42, the MG34, the Pia, the Punches, the Bazooka and all that stuff. And, well, I guess I understand why they weren't tried to be implemented, because the devs obviously wanted the experience to be, you know, to be streamlined and not too fully packed with all these things that has to be paid attention to. I have, of course, addressed this issue myself with confiscated weapons. Slight little plug there if you're interested. I think it still works with the current version, I'm not sure. The recent update kind of broke things. I think I might need to fix it up. No, I think it should work. I think it should work. Unless there's another update, in which case, I might need to revisit that whole thing again. But yeah, that's all I can say about the weapons. The story is quite well presented, I feel. I do genuinely feel emotions when I see, you know, our old pal Douglas Blake coming around with us to missions and telling his little stories here and there, and then getting immediately sandblasted by Blasted Ryan in Chapter 2. Poor Blake. Poor Doug. He will be missed. He will certainly be missed. But, well, still, even after that, you still got Asher here as a faithful companion that will never replace Douglas, but he will try his best nonetheless, which is, you know, still very commendable. And all still good too. The briefings are also, you know, very nicely presented. I like the pre-mission stuff and a lot of the preparation. It reminds me a lot of Thief. Before you go on missions, you get these tiny little briefings that explain to you what you're doing, what you're after, what your goal is, what the possible opposition are. And yeah, I quite like those. I was a bit slightly disappointed that there isn't a Chekhov's gun moment with how Doug says, "Burn my corpse, I don't want to end up being one of them." I was really expecting to fight him at some point in Chapter 3 as a zombie, but no, it was just Ryan again. It's a lost potential, lost opportunity. They could have done something with that. Anything else on the story? I quite like the intermission screens as well. Gives a bit of fluff on what's happening as you progress. Hitler was a hoot to fight to. I quite like the big old fight itself. I guess I was slightly disappointed that there's not a lot of bullet hell in the enemies that use projectile and stuff. Well, like I said, I got really spoiled on WolfenDoom, so I guess I could play WolfenDoom maps with Blade of Agony. I have created a neat little adapter that can do things. So hey, no failure runs with Blade of Agony. I will actually do it. There are some with the adapter and some fiddling I can actually do. And you know, maybe I'll show my confiscated weapons add-on at the same time too. Because, well, I'm sure running around with all of these classic Blade of Agony weapons would eventually go a bit dull. So hey, all those weapons, all those different stuff will be there when I do a new NFR, of course. Anything else that I could say about the arbitrary barriers are particularly distracting, I must say. A lot of the blockades are often either straight out just invisible walls or knee-high ledges that any person can just jump over them. Like, come on, man, add some fences or anything that's a bit taller, maybe. Like the model stuff that like in Paris, the one that blocks. Why can't you just use rubble? Rubble that are man-high that people can't jump over. You're still using models, it's just a different model. That's, you know, more sensible as to why you're putting invisible walls. And then, you know, there's that thing in Geheimnisstrager where it's just big ol' empty space with a jeep and I can't pass through there for some reason. Oh yeah, sure, that thing that blocks my way, sure, okay, I see. Have the jeep be turned over. Is it so hard? It's a big old zombie place, zombie field place. Of course there's gonna be, or incidents happen. Wait, was it a jeep or was it a... I think it was a jeep, which is, I guess, kind of weird why it would be there in a German-occupied territory, but maybe it was an Opel and I just didn't see. Still though. Music selection? Music selection's fine. I quite like some of the tracks here, well, obviously because they're all derived from Medal of Honor stuff or orchestral versions of Wolfenstein 3D tracks. Although there are some tracks from new Wolfenstein as well, which I quite like. Unfortunately, in these recordings, some of those did kinda got lost in transition because I had to replace those tracks so they don't get completely sandblasted by YouTube. I don't know about you, but I would like to have, you know, this playthrough to be viewable by everyone, and it's kinda a bit tricky to have it be viewable by everyone if it's blocked because it contains copyrighted music, which is rather unfortunate. I did try my best to fill in the blanks, although I think there are some spots that could really use a different track. That last credit thing might have been a move to use the classic 3D theme with, but I do like a lot of the set pieces in Blade of Agony. Some of them are one of a kind. Like the whole falling ship thing. I wish that was done more in mods. We don't get a lot of falling ship maps, or even time escape maps. Although I do prefer the falling ship ones. It's just so cool to see the whole place just tilt around. It also reminds me of Medal of Honor Breakthrough, where you go into the ship and then you blow up the ship and the whole thing just turns around and then you have to escape the ship while it's completely on the side, and we don't get a lot of that in Doom maps, what I was trying to say. And so Blade of Agony does fill that void a tiny bit, which I, you know, very much appreciate. I've already said what I can say about the controversy. I think the whole thing overall is just very unfortunate. I don't really have a lot of words to say, except, well, I'm just happy that the situation is at least calmed down a tiny bit. It's not as messy as when it was back then, and, well, obviously it's going to eventually die down, and, well, with the change, hopefully it'll die down even further, but still. I do hope that we all, you know, can eventually move from all that ugliness and, you know, enjoy the mod for what it is. Or, well, criticize the mod for what it is. I do know that my opinion is not held to the same regard as everyone else. Some of them may feel that the mod is unfair, it's hard, it's all that stuff, but, you know, I played the whole map in Herren Rasa in Master Race, and I was doing fine with ammo. Sometimes I even got too much ammo. So I don't know about you. Maybe it's my, you know, saving behavior, my resource saving behavior. I do used to pick up here, so maybe the mod will have been improved regarding supply distribution if the devs implement used to pick up in order to, you know, make it a bit similar to new Wolfenstein, while at the same time maybe quell a tiny bit of that complaint regarding supplies, because I'm pretty sure what happens is that a lot of times people kept walking all over the resources that are, you know, fill players with a lot of them, like health, you know, like the big large health packs, they restore like 35 points each, and then the ammo packs, they restore 64 9mm, and if you got like full ammo or full health, lose only like what, a magazine or 2-3 points, and then you pick up those medkits and ammo packs. That's a lot of resources lost. That's a major bummer, I must say. And oftentimes you can do that accidentally while you're trying to fight enemies, because you sometimes run over crates or boxes that have those pickups, and it's overall just very unfortunate. So yeah, I think maybe in order to subtly, but not subtly, fix the whole resource seems to be a rare problem, is to, you know, maybe implement used to pick up and make people actually have to pay attention and grab the items that they are supposed to grab. Obviously while keeping the option to turn it off, of course. Because, you know, there's naturally going to be people that complain that they would rather have the pickups be automatic. And, you know, used to pick up, the mod that I'm using does give the option. It even has the toggle is enabled by the push of a button. You can just press one button, it all turns off. Turn it again, easy, simple, elegant. So hey, just saying, thought it might be a good idea. I did like how Blade of Agony managed to implement the gold into, you know, an actual useful thing instead of just simply a score item. Sure, it could have some more things to buy that entices me, but well, you know how I do with these kinds of games or mods where currency is involved, and the only thing that I'm really gonna be needing are, you know, upgrades or that sort. Kinda inevitable, really, kinda inevitable, but still, you know, even though I did leave Blade of Agony with quite a good number of gold, I'd still said that the shop system was fairly useful for what it did. One thing's for sure, those vitality serums really came in handy for the harder bits of the mod. I'm really grateful for those. I wonder if you could, though, play this entire mod without the use of a single vitality serum. That ought to be interesting. That won't be on my channel, though. As much as I would love to do no failure runs of Blade of Agony, there's probably already hundreds of people, dozens, hundreds who have already done it, and probably better than me, with better FPS no less. That's probably the biggest contributing factor to making a perfectly good walkthrough for a mod or a game, you know, not having your recording be 10 FPS or 8 or 6. I'm gonna let people who have better computers sort that out. I'm just here providing my thoughts, and that will be all that I do. I do also really like the stealth maps. You don't get stealth in Doom every day, and I am so tired of people saying that stealth doesn't belong in Doom. It's just like every time people say that tactical shooters don't belong in Doom, strategy doesn't belong in Doom, it's just X, Y, Z doesn't belong in Doom, and I am done with those kinds of arguments. Those arguments are shallow, the shallowest of arguments. It's like saying that balls don't belong in soccer. It's just silly. I'm really glad that the Blade of Agony devs here decided to experiment a tiny bit and add stealth in both chapters 2 and 3. I like them. The disguise bits, a bit too simple perhaps, because, you know, it's not like in It's not like even in Allied Assault where you have to, you know, stealthily kill some people and have to steal new disguises or new passports. You just get like one passport, one disguise, and that's it. You do still have to kill people silently. And goodness knows I tried to do a lot of shenanigans in the Zeppelin, but yeah, still, I think it could be just a bit more complicated. I guess that's where mods can come in. I don't know if there's a setting that that has the disguises work only on certain sectors. Like if you go with an engineer outfit on one sector and try to go to the other sector, you'll be shot because your engineers are not supposed to be in the other sector. But if you're using an SS uniform, you're allowed to go there. So I don't know, maybe custom maps or further expansions could use that kind of stuff. And you know, I'm quite excited to see what happens on the custom map front. Blade of Agony is pretty much a whole mod pack on its own, and what happens with mod packs is that sometimes you get maps made for it with so much resource in this pack, in this whole mod. I'm certain a person or two may consider making a Blade of Agony custom map, a single player one. Yeah, I'd like to see more single player stuff. I remember hearing news that Blade of Agony was going to get co-op, and well, I guess it's nice for people who want co-op. I dread the day that you get those kind of co-op maps where you're pretty much forced to do things. Well, yeah, basically I just wish there's, you know, just more of this. Gosh, have I really been going that long? I mean, it's a big mod. What else can I say? I can't believe it's done. It's finished. Oh. Well, I guess that's it then, ladies and gentlemen. WolfenDoom, or Wolfenstein, Blade of Agony. From the start, to the middle, to the end, and even the extra bits. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, from the very start or otherwise. Yes, there will be more journeys we shall embark on. Some may take place in World War II and WolfenDoom again. Some may take place somewhere else that's a bit more fantasy or maybe sci-fi or other things. I was requested by someone by Jakob to go back to Hidden Dangers, so maybe I'll do that again. So hey, if you're excited about that kind of stuff, well, you already know what to do. I won't have to tell you, I hope. Well, yeah, I guess that's all. Thanks again, everyone. This is Zig Shadow, signing out.